All right, all right. Hello, everybody. My name is T, and I'm joined by my good friend Mitch.
Hello.
Hey, and we're up for some really, really late night Mario Kart Tour World action. This is the semifinals for the Mario Kart Tour World Cup. We are going to be casting El Salvador in Japan for the semifinals. And to take a look quickly at the bracket, El Salvador are kind of the biggest surprise. I know they are the first seed, but not a lot of people expected them to take down such a powerhouse in Peru. And they've done it. They've taken down a powerhouse in Peru, and they are now facing against arguably one of the favorites of the tournament in Japan now. But very excited for this match. How about you, Mitch?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've really enjoyed watching El Salvador play this year, and they actually look like they can contend against Japan, which is something, a month ago I wouldn't have believed it. I don't think anyone would have believed it, but here we are. But yeah, El Salvador has been looking so great. So really excited to see this matchup today.
Yeah, but they do have their toughest test yet, since they are facing against Japan. Yeah. As we quickly go into the lineups, El Salvador will be running their same Trust You 4 and Carlitos, Mariella, Moy, and Vlagno. And Japan kind of an interesting lineup. They have Kano, Maracas, N, and Usagi, who we'll be watching. I mean, we've talked about El Salvador a lot. This 4 has been really solid. Carlitos kind of the biggest player right there, one of the main runners right there, and then Mariella, Moy, and Vlagmo, all from that Team Racing Berserker lineup that has been very, very solid and has definitely leveled up for this World Cup. But let's talk about, I think you're more familiar with this Japan lineup, Mitch. So why don't you talk about it?
Sure. So like we've talked about previously, I know we did cast one Japan match during the group stage, but Japan's roster has changed a lot this year. A lot of the names we remember from last year, Jibacha, Baseball, and Mashiron, among others, not on the team this year. So this is pretty much a brand new roster, but these are not brand new players. These guys have all been around for at least a year. N and Maracas in particular in this lineup, familiar names in Lounge, having both reached Master. Very, very great Lounge players. Kano has been around for a while as well, playing with Elka, I believe. And then Usagi, I think, is the newest name to this roster. He started playing a bit after the rest. And that's the point of view we'll be watching today. Not too familiar with him. He's, I believe, Sapphire and Lounge, a very good player in his own right, but yeah, a little bit unfamiliar with him, but it's going to be cool to see a new perspective. To see a Japan perspective at all is really awesome, since we don't get to see that very often. Another thing I think worth mentioning is that so neither of these teams, actually no, that's a lie. El Salvador will not be bagging. We've seen them perform all throughout the World Cup without bagging. Japan are prepared to bag, though. N is their main bagger, believe it or not. So he won't be contested, I don't believe, from El Salvador, but he's prepared to bag, but he'll be the one staying behind for them, as far as I know.
That's kind of an interesting thing to see there. One of the best Lounge players be back there, but I'm assuming that they have very strong runners as well. I know Maracas is very strong. I think he was also, formerly ranked number 1, or is like up there in like the top 5 in Lounge.
He was ranked 1 at one point, yeah.
But I think before we go into the match, we should talk about the new tour that's coming out, and it is the Ocean Tour. the Ocean Tour being the newest tour, and we have a new set of tracks. Well, two new sets of tracks, but the big one that everybody's been talking about has been Daisy Cruiser. Unfortunately, not much footage, or we didn't get footage from it. I was too lazy to honestly record everything, but a very, very typical frontrunner track, if I'm not mistaken. In the lounge.
I would say so as well. There are no shortcuts on it. It's very straightforward running track, I would say. But it is fun. It's a great, nice refreshing track. I don't believe we've seen this track come back since it came out in Double Dash, I believe, right?
I think it was in Mario Kart 7, but yeah, it's been a very, very long time since we've...
Oh, it was. Yes, you were correct. It was the 7.
Yeah, don't worry, I got that knowledge, but it has been a really long time since we've seen this track, and honestly, a fan favorite for a lot of people.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And then, lastly, there is also Singapore Speedway 2, which is kind of new. It's going to be interesting to see how that track plays out, because there's going to be... Actually, I'm not sure if we're going to see it, because they're almost starting at a time.
I was about to say, Singapore is not in any of these cups, so we might not... we might see it for match 2. Actually, no, we'll guaranteed see it match 2.
I mean, there is at the bottom, but if they do start early, we actually might see Calamari, Desert 2RT, Warrior Shipyard R, and RMX Vanilla Lake 1R, which we've all seen already. But Singapore Speedway 2, kind of an interesting track. There's a lot of respawns on this track. I think for specifically, I've seen I've seen a video by Angel on Twitter or Raiko, showing showcasing all the respawns and whatnot, and very, very interesting track. You're gonna see a lot of shroom respawns, especially, and perhaps some very aggressive shocks for that track as well. I think also another track we can probably note here, as we're almost getting started right there. I think there's 7 in room. Well, actually, there are 8, but we're gonna be singing this track anyways first. But Baby Park T, one of the newer tracks in Mario Kart Tour, which is interesting to say the least.
Yep. Baby Park. This is the second tour we've seen, or is it? It might be the third. I don't remember exactly, but very recent addition to the game. Very famous track, or infamous, depending on your opinion on it. We have the T version, so it's not straight up going in an oval, but
yeah, we're gonna
close
go
enough.
Yeah, we're gonna go all around the I guess the outside of Baby Park. But kind of interesting to note is that normally Mario Kart Tour tracks are 2 laps, but this one is actually 3 laps, and you'll see the other Mario Kart or Baby Park, you'll see also be at 5 laps as well. But currently right now, a very strong start by El Salvador, actually getting up there, keeping up 1-3. Ooh, there's a lot of movement here.
Mega in play. That's gonna be... I can't read the name. I think
that's El Salvador.
Yeah, it's Moy, I believe, with the Mega.
And he trails Usagi there, and that's a really strong start for El Salvador. But shock is so prevalent in all runs, so this might be kind of scary for El Salvador. But this is a very short track, so we may not see a lot of shock happening.
Worth noting that Usagi's in last, but I don't think he's using a shock glider.
We do see.
I'm pretty sure the glider he's using is not it. Not a shock, but so he'll go up immediately. So Japan has touched every box in last, I believe, so they've had a chance at it. Not sure if they hold it though, but they're gonna need it right now. Look at this.
Oh, Usagi gets hit.
End of the track. Usagi getting hit out. Carlito's gonna take first, and maybe even... Oh, not quite.
Wow,
so
that's a really strong start from El Salvador. 1-3-5-6 for them.
Yeah. Start for them. And Carlitos, the man we've just been talking about, taking first right off the bat for his team. And bottom 2 for Japan as well. That's a great start for them.
Was that 1-3-4-6, if not mistaken?
1-3-5-6.
1-3-5-6. All right, thank you very much. Sorry, it's a bit hard to do the casting and the bot, but a solid start for El Salvador, 23-16, and I think, and we are going to be seeing the new Daisy Circuit R play.
Daisy
Oh my
Cruiser
god,
R.
Daisy Cruiser R.
Close enough.
Mario Kart Wii's been in my mind. The new DLC. I don't know why.
Oh, don't even get me started on the DLC.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
that's a whole. That could be a whole segment.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Yeah, Daisy Circuit R being kind of the most.
you said.
Oh my
it
god.
again.
Daisy Cruiser R being kind of the easiest to kind of drive. It's all one lap. It's pretty easy to front run. We see Usagi getting up there, but it gets greened out, I think, by Carlitos right there. We'll punish him for that for the red. 1-4-5-6 coming up from Japan right now. Bottom two.
Yeah, bottom two for Japan. Interesting to note, El Salvador isn't even contesting these bottom two spots right now, just risking it all in the front. And we've seen them, you know, succeed in this endeavor, but is that going to be enough against Japan?
Oh my
Such
goodness.
strong runners. That's a red on Usagi.
And I saw the Mariella with the heart in second, so this is gonna be really good.
Blue are going to take that out though. Blue Shell coming in for, I think that was second and first. Yep, Morocco's coming up in a star.
I think Morocco's got taken
right
out.
now.
Oh my goodness. No, 2-3-4 right now.
No.
Just lag right
And he
there.
might even get first over Mariella here. Yeah, he will. So that's a 1-3-4.
And a strong comeback track
Good
for
response.
a good comeback from Japan right there.
Despite the blue shell too. That
Yeah.
was very interesting. I'm not sure how Maracas managed. He might have chained a mushroom. after
Right,
his
yeah.
Star, so he shroomed into first. But yeah, great recovery from them.
Right now, I mean, we're only 2 races in, but by the looks of it, very, very close. Very, very close right now. And we're going to another pretty big front-running track, 3DS Bowser's Castle. I believe this is the normal version. Yes, it is. And wow, we have 94 viewers, Mitch. That's crazy for 1 a.m. Eastern, but it is very, very highly touted match right here.
Yeah, this is the match. This is the match to watch. So it's.
I mean, both of the matches are really good. We're going to see 2 different types of matches in semifinals. We have the all-run and the bagging match that we'll be seeing with USA and Mexico. But we are going into 3DS Bowser's Castle right now. Very early lead right now from Usagi, holding up first, but 2-3 from 2-4 now for El Salvador. So
He'll have to chain his mushroom to go for protection here. He'll pull 1, 2-3 for El Salvador. So this first place could be taken care of very quickly here.
we'll see if second does have double reds and if they opt to throw it right here. Usagi doing it. Oh, we see a star back there, so this could be good for El Salvador.
Early star being used.
Oh no, it isn't.
I'm thinking that was the Japan member behind him.
Yeah.
Trying to pressure, but yeah, looking like it's very close for that second place. Looks like Japan's gonna keep it though, and this is gonna be a strong Japan top 2 right now.
Interesting to see him throw it. He gets a horn though. That is really, really strong.
Yeah,
And we see Japan still in
very
8th,
nice
so
team for him.
it's unless there's a shock in 7th, it looks like a very strong Japan race coming out right now. Oh, he messes up the that I don't know what it's called, but that thing is insanely hard to deal with right now. But still keeping first, top 2 right now for Japan.
Yeah, and it looks like they're gonna keep it at this rate. There's second place most likely has double protection, but maybe not actually. Horn gonna be used. I like that play. That gets his guaranteed protection out.
Yeah.
Only 1 red for second place. Impressive he managed to break that.
Yeah, 1, 3, 6, 8. Very small winning rates, but still, with how close this can be, anything can happen right here. I think that's 2 for 5, 7, right, for El Salvador? Yeah, -1. Yeah, going into after first GP, it's really, really close. And
Yeah,
we're going
so these
to.
past few races.
Have we seen this track? I think we've seen it in the first tour, right? In the play-in stage, correct?
In the plans, I don't remember.
I think we did. We saw this track, but N64 Yoshi Valley T we have not seen specifically. But those branching paths have... Actually, I think this one is pretty straightforward compared to the other versions of Yoshi Valley.
Yeah.
But yeah, we will see 1-3 start for El Salvador, but let's see if that quickly gets broken in the first item set. Doesn't look like it. Looks like they're still holding the 1-3 El Salvador, but talking right now in 4th, and this banana can actually do some damage right here. Top 2 right now. Ooh, nope. Looks like there's battle between 2nd and 3rd right now for between El Salvador and Japan.
Yeah, but Japan touches the box in 2nd, so he'll have at least one red, but he's gonna trail his teammate there, and another Japan member getting taken out. Vlagmo actually gets taken out as well, so it's 2-3 yet again for Japan.
This does seem like a pretty big lead, but that 2-3 is really strong. It might be lights out for this El Salvador player right here. Okay, 1 red goes out. Yeah, no.
Yeah, not quite. Heart in 3rd for Usagi's really good, and with Japan in last yet again, this could be huge. Mega coming in for El Salvador. There's also a Bill, and there's the dodge for Usagi.
I think that was a lot.
I think Maracas dodged as well. Yeah, top 3. Top 4 even for Japan now. This is going to be very hard to break.
Especially on this track where there's no like major shortcuts. Yeah, this is going to be tough.
There's no catch-up anymore, yeah. Yeah, huge shock. Ends first shock of the war.
Oh no, the bomb
snipe off the glider. Great play from Carlitos. This Bill's gonna come up too. Yeah, great job minimizing the damage there. That was a great bomb.
Yeah, but still top 3-5 from Japan. And that's a huge, that's the first huge race we've seen in this match, and this is gonna be really, really... Honestly, with how the matches are playing out, I think we're going to be seeing this sort of trend, Mitch, where I feel like if El Salvador does not contest these shocks, then I feel like we're only going to see very small winning races from El Salvador and then huge winning races for Japan. And you've seen why a lot of people opt to bag, because that 8th place, that shock really, really saving Japan right there. Just giving them a dominating race.
Yeah, definitely. I do want to point out, though, that they dodged in 2 hearts pretty far up in the front, so there is that element of luck there. Because that was a heart in 3rd for Usagi, and I don't know when Maracas managed to pull his heart, but he dodged in 2nd, so... But, yeah, you make a great point. This might have to be the point where El Salvador tries to contest. Right now, though, and pretty far back in last already, so he'll touch this first box. That's a bomb off the ramp before the mushroom.
I think that gives top 3 a pretty big break. I don't know, not that much of a break, but...
Yeah, not quite, but 2-4 still for Japan here.
Oh my goodness.
Snipe attempt very close. Heart activated, blue coming out. But is that a... No, it's not. So... But look at this. Maracas managing to catch up right away.
We do see a start in play from El Salvador, so they have to be careful. Yeah. Ariel coming up right now.
Nice avoidance there, but this is a great star. But I think, yeah, she stars Moy there. That's an unfortunate
Oh my goodness.
It's a great snipe.
Oh, no, it lagged.
Didn't hit. But this red will... Oh, maybe not. Carlitos running Usagi here, and look, yeah, damn it, look at this damage control. Oh wait, I didn't the end bill up. Okay, so another 1-3-4 for Japan. I did not see that bill at all.
Yeah, 1-3-4-7 right there's 4, and Japan are starting to run away with this match.
Yep, and we've talked about the shock, but one very underrated aspect of this all run is if he pulls a bill, he just holds it till the very end and can bill up like he did there and just secure a top 4 position. very easily. And with very little risk, too, as he's just holding it in last.
Yeah, and I think the bill is really strong on the track, especially on that mushroom section where you can't really get dropped off on. So very good of him N to get the bill or bullet bill and catch up there. And yeah.
That honestly, I think that could have been a really nice, solid race for El Salvador, but that unfortunate star, Marielle starring, I believe it was Moy, after the second set was what ended their race there, ended their chances.
Right, yeah.
Just an unfortunate miscommunication, but going into Cheap Lagoon Tea.
And look at N going back there again. And this is a really good pull from Usagi. Those double shrooms will do a lot. He's gonna go up here. Oh no, he won't. But
no, he has to be careful of Lagmo's red on the first set, but I think it gets lagged away.
Yeah, so he should be fine.
And yeah, top 2 now and a shroom in first is huge.
Oh, double shrooms right now.
And a shroom.
I really like this.
His.
Yeah, I really like this play. And oh, that's gonna be really good. They're gonna have might have a little small break here. Oh no, but Carlitos comes up and trails.
Yeah, Carlitos lags his trail and he'll get trailed himself for it. And now 2-3-4. Ooh, a bomb going up.
Oh my goodness, the
Not
lag
gonna
mode.
Connect. I am not sure what hit him after he threw his bomb, but 2-3-4-6 right now for El Salvador, and this first place from Japan is not going to last very long.
Let's see. We see a bill
He
coming
has a
out.
protection I see in first, but it probably won't be enough. He gets backed. That's a back onto Carlitos, and look, bottom 3 just like that. And there's only 1 set left. This is huge for Japan right now. Lagmo has 1 red. I don't think... Yeah, he's just going to hold second here. There's no point. But, oh my gosh.
Oh, the last minute shot.
Still managing to get back up there. Bottom 2 for Japan. What? So much back and forth in that back of the pack there. That was crazy. With 1 set left as well. Great job there from El Salvador to make that happen. And
that's going to be a small winning race for El Salvador, just a +1, but really, really strong as we go into the halfway mark. 106, 128 for Japan. +22 is a very solid lead, but oh my goodness, we're going to Baby Park. And I mean, we know how much Baby Park is a menace in Mario Kart 8. It's kind of the same. I would say it's the same, but it's a little bit less temper, in my opinion, compared to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Yeah, for sure, because I think there's less boxes in Mario Kart Tour, and also that makes this track more of a runner than an 8 Deluxe. Like, you can run this track all 5 laps, but in a 4v4 situation like this, it's very hard to do, and that's a nice red on the first set for Usagi. Gonna take out an El Salvador member right off the bat. And as you see, they're just running right now. Not really a lot of bagging, except for N right there. Again, maintaining that 8th place. Carlitos right now in second. Let's see if he can do anything to get rid of the person in first. Oh, this green's gonna be scary. Bouncing green. Yeah. Not quite gonna connect. Yeah, that bomb. Maracas letting Carlitos get the first place box there is huge. Yeah. No red though from Maracas quite yet, but a 2-4. We see El Salvador now coming up. 2 stars coming up actually for El Salvador, and look, yeah, they're contesting this first place right now. Oh my goodness, that bomb was so scary. He has team support now. That's Flagmo in second. Now we see Usagi gonna get scarred. This is a bottom 2 guaranteed. Oh, that shock is so clutch, but it won't matter. I mean, very good damage control again. I think that was the same race as last race. So 2-4-6 for El Salvador. Really salvage, but still not enough. Could have been a lot bigger. But these small races, while they're fine now, you ought to ask, like, hey, we need to catch up as soon as possible. That was a really good opportunity, but unfortunately the shock happens and you kind of just get caught with your pants down right there. I do think Mariella and I think it was Moy who was back there. Yeah. They did. I think two of them did dodge, but because of how I think they did have dodges in the mid spot, so it didn't really matter too much. But Usagi, they're kind of making a little bit of mistakes there, kind of a lot of hits, getting hit and whatnot. But you know,
Yeah.
stuff happens and whatnot.
Very unfortunate for him. Do you want to point out Maracas on 53 after 7?
Oh my
Very
goodness.
impressive individuals to score from him. I also want to point out, I'm pretty sure that Japan has gotten first every single race except race 1.
I think so too.
That's the main thing that I think El Salvador needs to push for, is getting into that first position. It's so powerful with that 2-point gap it has over second. When every single position except for second, it's only a 1-point gap between its and the next one. I don't know if that explanation made a lot of sense, but
No, but I see what you mean. Like first place means so much in this game.
Yeah,
and we do see right now Japan right now
not quite
up
gonna
to
connect, and K second, and look at all these backs, very aggressive from Usagi. None of them gonna hit, but they put up pressure onto El Salvador behind.
And makes them take kind of wide lines, and I do think that I don't think that was a hit there, but look at this top two right now, very very strong right now, and I think a little bit of a break right now for first place. Even top two as well, and we will see some catch-up potential right now. He's going to keep on backing. I do think he backed one of his teammates though, because he did drop. We'll see if there's going to be one more back here.
Go for a cheeky back on the line.
Last minute shock.
Not quite. That gains 1 spot for Japan there. They were bottom 2 going into that last set, so helping out a little bit there, but K second and Usagi just running that without much contest at all. Even with the mushroom cut, I was surprised that El Salvador wasn't taking that behind them. Or I think they did, but they were just so far ahead already.
And that's why I think Usagi played that very, very nicely. Those aggressive backs mean so much because, yes, they might not connect, but because they slow down the opponent so much that they have to take a wider line because they're like, oh shoot, this guy's backing, we need to be careful. And then
they put the pressure up for sure.
And because of that, Japan's taking the better lines, and you know that just makes the lead even bigger. So even any catch-up potential, especially on Cook 'em All, where that's the only big shortcut is at the beginning, it makes it very hard to catch up. And very very nice play. I would say a little bit lucky as well, because there are no reds coming out from El Salvador, but you know, you take what you can get. Very nice plays from Usagi right there. And right now, another really strong lead for Japan. Top 3 right now, and a hard in second. Oh my goodness.
We saw an El Salvador member try to shroom up, but they were taken out by Maracas Trail, so this is a really strong position for them yet again in the front. With the heart probably being the most powerful item you can pull in second.
And I do want to say that it is a really good it's a really good, I really like that trick there. I know a lot of people say to take the bottom route, but you can actually get a trick on that top route right there, and it is actually a little bit faster than the bottom route. And oh my goodness, a shock, that's gonna be super huge for, I think that might be a Japan shock.
This is a guaranteed first for Usagi here.
And I really like this shock here, because while it might not be the smartest shock, it's not a smart shock for the race, but for the overall war, guaranteeing that first place right there is super strong. And they have catch-up position. Oh, but the random green!
No. The random green, that's going to give first place to El Salvador, but this is still looking like a running race for Japan regardless. 2, 3, 4, 6. And it's a great point you make. Really, all Japan needs is 1 top spot, really. To keep a minimal winning race, that's all they need. They can even afford to lose some. They're up by quite a bit already.
They're up.
This is starting to look dire for El Salvador now.
They're up by 31 right now, and honestly, like, because of how they're playing, Japan just can stay in 8th and just dodge one person up there and just try to guarantee that person first.
That's all they need. And we even see some of El Salvador using the shock glider. They're just not contesting for that 8th place.
Yeah, I think they're trying to hope for it to get it in 7th place. And I guess, unfortunately, not working right now. I want to see them contest it a little bit more.
It's worked for them in the past, but the chances of it are just so low compared to 8th. So
yeah, Japan doing a really good job staying in 8th.
Yeah, and he's not. I don't even think he's not even. And isn't even like bagging. He's just driving in lap. Like that's all he needs to do.
This track could be
looking like they're gonna contest for it now, though.
Oh yeah, they are. But I feel like it's a little bit too late because of how huge their lead is right now.
Lagmo in first, but he has no.
Oh, this is going to be really bad.
Yep, double reds.
Does have double protection though.
Double protection though, but he needs to drop out right now, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He'll get the box in second.
Oh, the blue is
coming in, but Hart is going to dodge it. Usagi getting taken out by a green. I think Carlitos could take out first here. It's possible if he gets
there could be a lot of shrooms here at the very end as well.
Yeah, shrooms.
I think everybody gets a shroom.
Shroom for Moy. And Carlitos actually gets first off that.
Yeah, but still not enough. I think that is a losing race, even with the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 1468. And is it still possible? Yes, this is still possible. So, a top 4 is plus 19 in this game. And they are down right now by 32. So they need So El Salvador needs a huge race right now to be able to catch up right now. And honestly, this track is not really the best for that.
Yeah. There's a very high chance we see a Japan shock because, like you said, El Salvador needs a huge race so they can no longer afford to bag. So they will have to rely on, 7th place shock or a lot of dodges used strategically here. But yeah, they can no longer afford to stay in the back.
And we see a double shroom pull right now for Usagi. This is going to be really good. He's going to take a shroom cut right here and keep this. Oh no, he doesn't. Opts to hold it. Very interesting.
He may have thought that Carlitos was going to shroom up. So
right.
He'll hold his mushroom so he can recover from that trail, but yeah, he may have thought that someone else was going to shroom behind him and take the first box. But
interesting to see him drop too. It might be a Japan already having the shock right now.
There could be a sign, but look, I didn't even realize this, but El Salvador is way back there contesting.
I don't agree with that decision.
They're too far behind to be making that play. And still in last anyways, so it's not too worth it. So and just touched the box in last right there. Could be in play, but they don't even need it. Top 2 is pretty gone. Star coming in for Vlagmo. Shrooms again for Usagi, but yeah, this is going to be very tough to break. This top 2 is very broken away. That's a heart in third for Carlitos, but yeah.
Oh, that's where I was going to ruin.
Star pole.
That's going to be a Japan win right there. Top 3, wow. Very strong from El Salvador, but cannot capitalize it, honestly, afterwards.
Yeah. And I think this is finally where El Salvador's lack of bagging is going to catch up to them here.
It's not even a lack of bagging, just the lack of not contesting the shock right there. I think what they've done in the past is they've relied on, if the shock does happen, they either get in 7th or they rely on dodging the enemy's shock, which, while it might work for some of the other teams in the tournament, I feel like with how Japan plays, they're gonna be very smart with their shock usage and whatnot.
Japan's shocks so far that we've seen, they haven't even been that predictable.
Right.
Like they've been going for that, like we talked about already, the one dodge, just to get one player up front. Very unpredictable and very, but can be very effective. That's what we've been seeing, and El Salvador have had no answer to that.
We're going to end this off on Koopa Cape right now, and I mean, we do have a little bit of time before match 2. We do have a little over 10 minutes before match 2, but what do you want to see from El Salvador? I don't think bagging, they should be bagging, but I do think they should be at least contesting for it a little bit in 8th.
Yeah, they definitely have to do that, and I mean, another thing to note is Japan has just been holding this first for a majority of the war. Like El Salvador has hardly had a crack at first place at all. And then, like, we're seeing right now this top 2 run, like, this is been so many races this war have just been this.
Right.
El Salvador has to somehow contest this front presence.
And right now, just seeing Japan take their victory lap. Usagi in first place with the shroom. There's a blue that's not going to be much to contest right there. And Japan doing a really, I mean, you mentioned Japan doing a really good job just staying up there and whatnot.
Another Schumann first, by the way.
Actually kind of funny.
I don't know why it's possible to pull a Schumann first, but it is for some reason. Item system in MKTour is crazy. Like, arguably, some of the pulls can be more broken than like 8 Deluxe even.
Oh no, Harden's second is insane.
Harden's second, Truman first, Star in 4th.
Well, Star in 4th as well.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, 3-4 or top 2, 5-7 right now. So that'll be do it. The final score will be 208 to 260. Kind of a dominating win right there for Japan right there, but it's only the first match of this best of 3. So yeah, we see Usagi being like, woo, let's go. I'm going through everything, but I mean, yeah, if we can go to the standings real quick. But yeah, right now Japan 1-0, have one more spot until they go back to the finals. The third time I think in all three years of the MKTour World Cup where they would make it to finals. And
yes, this would be Japan's third appearance there, and yeah, if El Salvador doesn't make drastic changes, it's pretty set that Japan will be the spot, will take that spot. So we'll see what they can offer, what El Salvador can offer for our second match. But yeah, if we look at the other side of the bracket, USA-Mexico, that match will be occurring on Sunday night. I believe the first match is 9:45 p.m. Eastern, so another late match. Not sure if we're going to be casting that or not. I don't think it's going to be a likely cast.
I think it will be casted 100%. If anything, I will just be the one who will be casting it, so I'll be doing solo duty. I'll just be super high on caffeine when I do the cast, so I will be super energized. Yep.
Understood.
And hopefully gonna be a really good one as well. I think it's kind of the antithesis of this match where we do see two teams that are all running. USA and Mexico will be bagging. Both teams will be bagging. I think they'll have MKTour will be bagging for Mexico, and I want to say Samuel will be bagging for USA, or Jimmy. I'm not 100% sure.
We haven't decided our lineup yet. I don't know what's happening quite yet.
All right, or you just don't want to leak any strats to Mexico. And we do see a Mogi going on right now in the Twitch chat.
Yeah, tier Twitch, I guess.
Tier Twitch. I mean, let's see who's in this Mogi. We see Manu, Sir Eric, Worst, Lewis, Skull, Seiya, Raito, Bachi guy. I don't think you guys filled the Mogi yet. Oh, Manu got timed out. Yeah, terrible, terrible. How dare you spam in our sacred chat. All right, I think we're gonna take a little bit of a break right now. Kind of get our waters, kind of get our voices kind of ready for the next match. But don't go anywhere. We will be going into match of El Salvador versus Japan. We'll see you in around 7 minutes. Yep. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, 1 minute. Hello, hello, hello. We are back for the second match of our semifinals. We have El Salvador, and we saw Japan taking the first match pretty decisively, I might say, by 52 points. And I know we talked about this just before, but we do want to see El Salvador kind of contest the shocks going into match 2. But yeah, I'm also always joined by my good friend Mitch.
Hello again.
Yep.
And yeah, we just saw a really dominant match from Japan. And looking to see if El Salvador can give us some sort of comeback for the second match.
And just before we get into the match, I do want to mention that oh, sorry, my bad. I do want to mention that these are the tracks that we're going to be playing. We're going to be starting with Armix Vanilla Lake 1T. We're going to see a lot more Singapore speed. Or we're only going to see one Singapore speedway, but
Yeah, I only see it once on here, which is interesting. This is a very long stretch of cups that don't have the track, which is very interesting. That's the first time I've seen that. Because usually with the new track, you see it like pretty much every cup.
Right,
some variation of it, but I think we're only going to see it once tonight.
I mean, we will see Daisy Cruiser T. It's like the big track.
Yeah, we'll see Daisy Cruiser a good amount. But yeah, interesting we're not going to see Singapore as much. But do want to point out, Japan is making a substitution. They're subbing out K Second for Zinma.
Ooh,
Zinma, an OG player, he's been around since the beginning of competitive pretty much. Has been on Japan all 3 years. Very solid, well-known player. Been around for a very long time. So, El Salvador keeping their same lineup, I believe. So.
Yeah, as we listen to the chill beats of Daisy Cruiser, top 2 right now for Japan, but this cut is super massive, so we might see some catch up right here from El Salvador, but we don't actually, we see actually a top 2 break sort of for Japan right here.
Maracas yet again in first, where we saw him plenty of races in the last war, dropping, I believe he scored 80 last war, and look at that, it's a heart in first too. This red is going to connect. He'll get traded, but yeah, that's pretty good. Getting the second place box though, but like we mentioned, Maracas with the hard in first is going to be very hard to take him out.
You see a lot of catch up right here, bottom 2 right now for El Salvador, so this could be very dangerous for them.
And billing up with a star as well.
Now that's a really strong start from Japan. Top 2 4-6 for them.
Yeah, again, the power of the bill. Being used late in the race.
That was a top 2 4-6 for Japan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, as we mentioned, bills are very important in this, especially in these RM situations. Oh shoot! Did I screw up?
Yeah, it's the wrong way. Yeah.
I don't see the stream. Is the stream working? Yeah, it is. My bad. Okay, actually, we should be good. Sorry, guys.
Scores are reversed.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Right. Second race. This is 3DS Bowser Castle. Again, we saw how great of a runner this is. We'll see if Usagi can pull mushrooms again.
Pulls one.
And yep, he'll pull one. Marielle also pulling one.
A lot of the room.
Another Japan member pulling one as well. And look at top 3 right off the bat. Oh, not quite. That's Zima getting taken out early. Red pull for Usagi here. Can put pressure on El Salvador behind him. But yeah, again, and the Maracas in first again. He is the player that El Salvador really has to focus on here. He is unstoppable in the front right now, and first.
Yeah, and we saw him, you know, on that Coconut Mall race, back spamming right there, and again, he is going to be back spamming yet again at this point, and we see the stream on buffer. We do see solid top 2 right now for Japan again. And double raises. So, oh, the banana.
Yeah, tighten into there. Gonna hit Usagi, but he's still in second by
yeah,
margin. This
that
was a huge breakaway for them.
And you don't even see the people behind him too. So even
no,
yeah. So they're gone pretty much.
Yeah, guaranteed first and most likely top 2 as well for Japan yet again.
And we might see some more cheeky backs right here for
back spams. Yeah. Could come in.
Oh my goodness, I thought that it would.
Third was in a heart, so it won't. That would have connected, but third was in a heart, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, another dominant top 2 for Japan.
Did we notice if they were bagging El Salvador?
I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
First race, I know they weren't.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention to this race, but
yeah, and this is. We mentioned how close the first race was, but now it's looking more just Japan sided right now going into it. Already a plus 20 lead for Japan. And it's
yeah,
not the...
at least El Salvador had the nice start for match 1, but this is already looking like this just looks like a continuation of the last few races of the first war.
Right, yeah.
There's no front presence at all for El Salvador right now.
And I think we mentioned the bagging, but like that's also the huge problem we've seen Morocco's just honestly just running it up every single race right there in this and we see again right now.
I think El Salvador just has to try and play aggressive like right off the bat. But 3 shrooms pulled for Japan on the first set.
Yeah.
Moy up here, but he has no support.
We do see there is a bagging battle right now going on, but N is honestly dominating that right now.
Yeah.
At least this is going to prevent any shocks, but our top 3 with this magnitude, this is...
the chances.
Yeah, this is not going to be good. And I think that was a back as well. Probably that's not coming up right now in 3rd place, but oh, this bomb might be scary.
Yeah, he should just back. Yeah, he can just back this. You know, whenever he finds probably on this long straightaway coming up here, it's a good shot. Ooh, trying to get a sneaky trail there, not quite gonna connect. Mega being used. Mega being used.
No blue coming
in. Will it connect though?
It will, and I think that flips it.
Yeah.
Oh, and that trail.
Yeah, trail. Yeah, Mario getting taken out, but Usagi hitting his trail. But yeah, top 2-4. This is what El Salvador needs right now.
Yeah, and this is gonna be.
They can hold this. They can get right back into.
That was a really smart read from Usagi, knowing that his teammate is in a star, so it'll skip his teammate and go for the player in 4th. For the player in 4th out of the section right there. A star. I mean, it's not going to do much unless there's a shot. Oh, Mariella getting taken out though.
Yeah, Mario getting taken out of 4th, but this top 2 looks pretty secured right now.
Yeah, and it looks like it is. And I think that was.
Oh
back.
No, Moy gets taken out on the line. So 1-3 in the end.
I mean, still a winning race, but it could have been a lot bigger.
Yeah, it's a good start. This is what we want to see out of El Salvador right now. Great blue shell, plus they were all able to take the cut on lap 2, so they were all able to catch up there. So that was great, great item usage there for them.
Yeah. Right now. Plus,
and yeah, contesting the bagging now. I think that's Flagmo is contesting in the back.
Yeah, and
that's what they need. Minimizes the chance of shock by so much, and also can confirms a bottom 2 spot for Japan, and that's huge.
And yeah, I think it's good that they're doing it early on right now, so that I know it's like a small winning race, but they can chip away at this pretty. I mean, we would say significant lead that Japan does have right now.
Yeah.
But it's good that they start early instead of letting it get out of hand right now. Usagi really are coming in, and we're gonna see seeing this mist perhaps. Yeah, we are. And
Yep, solid Nisk there. It's nice because that cut is on a little bit of a downhill, so when you hop, you get a good amount of distance, so you lose very little time. And that's a nice nano snipe onto, I think that was Mariella.
but we do see
Usagi does not want to touch this first box though.
but he wants the second place box. Doesn't get it unfortunately, but this could be really good. Oh, he gets double shrooms.
3 shrooms. Opting to go the wide path to avoid reds, that's a smart play.
I don't understand
More
saying to go
buffering,
home.
unfortunately.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that the wide path is actually kind of the opposite compared to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe right there. Yeah, first place right now, but we might see a red coming in right now. Yep, that's gonna be a red, and that's gonna be that's gonna be protection. And yes, he does not get hit by it, but he gets threaded.
Yeah, I like that idea there, trying to lag Mario's right away, but they'll just have a second one there. Blue being held right now by Maracas, actually.
Interesting to see him hold the blue. I wonder why.
They might be waiting till after the item set.
That could be it.
Because that'll give second place box to Japan. I think that's what they're waiting for.
Yeah, that's what
now.
they did.
Yep. There it goes. And Mariella also getting hit by that.
But now it's a top 3.
Top 3. I don't know how that managed to happen. But Shroom here for Usagi. He'll most likely be breaking this. But
we do see
this is
another.
still great for.
Oh, this is gonna be a chaotic ending.
2 shrooms. Yeah, Maracas managing to shroom. I think he takes second off that. Nice shrooms at the end for Japan there. But that's still a great race for El Salvador. This is what we like to see.
I think. Do you think that a blue might have hit some Japan players? I think they would know how to space that out, correct?
It's hard to say. I think it did because it was top 3 immediately after the blue.
Yeah.
So I think it did hit Japan. There was that one player in second. I'm not sure who it was, but yeah, most likely hit them as well. Bit of a miscommunication, I guess.
Yeah, and despite what we've said, I mean, that very, very rough first 2 races, El Salvador doing a good job, I think, catching up right now, or just catching up and making this kind of a close game right now.
Yeah.
72, my bad. Sorry, El Salvador.
Do you want to point out? So one of the El Salvador players changed their character, and it's throwing me off.
Oh.
So I want to see who changed. I think it was Mariella who's using Baby Peach now. Yeah, she is. Okay. That was throwing.
I mean, it's gonna help us because we know who El Salvador is compared to Japan being all pink shy guys.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind. They're the best characters.
And yeah, here first shot at the new track. This is Singapore Speedway 2.
Yeah, normally we would see a lot of respawns here, but right now, not really a lot going on right now. Interesting to see him go tight here.
He wants to drop to throw a red shell. I believe.
Yeah, and I think he gets one. Yeah, I think he got Mariella there.
Okay, yeah, that looked a little bit sketchy, but there goes the one Japan member who's up there. I think that was Maracas. So top 2. Bomb not gonna connect.
Oh, he's gonna try to hit him. Yeah.
This mega, being aggressive with this mega doesn't hit him though. He'll be in second. But
this is a really good position
and
right
now.
now.
2-3 even.
Oh, this is a perfect pull. Yeah, and Carlitos is gonna respawn backwards
That's
probably. Yeah, that's gonna be his race.
That's devastating.
And he has a Sherman first. Usagi.
Yeah, absolutely devastating there for El Salvador.
And I think he's okay to hold this because he has such a big lead that even a red.
Yeah, he's pretty broken away.
Yeah. Yeah, nice of him to chain right there. Yep.
Yeah, red coming in. Only one protection here for him, but I don't think it's gonna matter. Moy just needs to hold the second place. I think he will.
Yeah, he will. And
So breaking the top 3, but yeah, that was devastating. But Usagi playing very well. I do want to point out.
yeah, that was
playing
such a
aggressive with the Mega to get into second was
Yeah.
a great play.
I mean, yeah, using the Shrew Mega combination to hit, I think that was Moy out.
Moy.
Yeah, and then getting the pull to Red Carlitos and take the respawn right there.
Yeah.
Very, very strong from Usagi there, and that's gonna be a +7 race, and it's now a 19-point lead. Going into race 6. How are you holding up, Mitch? I know it's very, very late for you. Like 2 a.m.
I mean, I'm fine.
You're fine.
My sleep schedule is a little messed up anyways, so.
Alright, alright. I'm getting tired because my sleep schedule's kind of whack in the other sense, but we are going to easy cruiser R. Excuse me. Get that out of the way.
Nice job. Congratulations.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I tried so hard. Anyways. Oh, that
Gonna
green.
use it. Then there's an aggressive green shell. That's what I wanted to mention this a few races ago, but those type of aggressive plays at the beginning, that's what El Salvador needs to go for. And okay,
I think that table
like
just
4
bodied
people getting
everyone.
hit out, and the table as well. But Mega in first right now. This is a risky hold for Usagi.
Yeah, especially since he.
But he saw Marielle has a heart in second, so he's okay to hold this for now. But he might want to drop out of first, and I think he tried.
Yeah.
That was such a good attempt there, but El Salvador was ready for that.
Oh my goodness, that's a break.
Bomb. They're gone. Yeah.
I don't like that.
Red could connect. Yeah, that connects
does.
on the Moy, but the top 2 is gone.
They need reds, right? Or double reds is pulled, but he's hitting the table.
Tables again, the infamous Daisy Cruiser tables.
Oh, I'm so glad they're back.
Red in third for Moy too. Heart for Usagi.
So he will be safe.
He can shroom ahead. Yeah. Yeah, and Moy I think also gets taken out somehow, but yeah. So I want to like break down that interaction because that was so interesting. So Usagi, I thought he was gonna drop just to get the box in second, but he goes for the aggressive mega play, which I think is very creative. That I think that would have worked out, but Marielle had a heart in second, and then Carlitos reds him from third. After his megas get taken out, and he also gets starred afterwards as well. Like, so much happened there. El Salvador was ready for that. That was very impressive there. Great reaction.
I will say that I do think that Usagi played it a little bit too aggressively. I'm gonna actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
That
was a very like improv.
Oh, I think there was a DC
on the spot play. Yeah, it looks like it.
All right, we're gonna hide this for you. But yeah, going into it, we are minus DC Tactico, by the way. Just wanted to get that out there. Anyways, we see that I think a very, very solid race from El Salvador there, but you know, nice heads up play from Carlitos to get the mega out, and then the star as well hitting Usagi. But Usagi, I think I understand. I think it's one of those situations where I think that you try to be too cute, and you try to be like too like you're trying to be too smart about it, and unfortunately, because you're trying to be too smart about it, like it doesn't work out. Because what Carlitos sees, like, okay, this guy's in second, I'm just gonna red him and whatnot.
Yeah.
That was a really good reaction from Carlitos right there.
Yeah. And also the beginning of the race as well, where Usagi got greened out very early when he was holding that shroom. That was huge as well, because that allowed first place to just their top 2 even to just start with their breakaway right off the bat. And I did want to mention this. I believe when we got to Koopa Cape, before all 3 players of Japan shroomed up, but like they're contesting the bagging now, which is what they needed to do, but they also, I think they would benefit greatly just from playing super aggressive after first set.
Right.
Getting Japan out of the top like right off the bat. And we saw how that worked out on Daisy Cruiser. It worked very well. And yeah, that El Salvador needs to keep this up. Because it is working out very well for them.
Yeah, it is. Oh, I'm so tired. So Daisy Cruiser is such. I just want to say a little bit of a tangent. I love Daisy Cruiser's like music. It's just so relaxing and makes you want to fall asleep. Honestly,
it literally takes you to like a cruise ship. You know,
it's literally paradise. Honestly. Oh, I'm so happy this is back. I love this track so much. It's one of my favorites from Double Dash. But anyways, enough of my rambling on about how much I love Daisy Cruiser. We are going back to Yoshi Valley R, which means, if I'm not mistaken, we are going to be seeing Singapore Speedway 2 and Daisy Cruiser R again before we go back to Cheap Cheap Lagoon R. But yeah, we won't be seeing the last tour, last few courses that we showed up, but we are in the halfway point, 111 to 123. You know, they got their tactical DCs out of the way, so we'll now play.
I'm not even sure who did DC because with the buffering either.
Yeah.
So not sure who. I mean, Japan really had no reason to, right? They're up.
Yeah.
So I can only assume it was El Salvador, but I we don't know.
Yeah.
Usagi trying to drop out of first, but he'll get the shroom boost.
Yeah, and he
touches
just gets
it in first and immediately punished. Yeah.
I'm saying that he always goes the wider out here, but I think in this case it makes sense. It also
wants a lower-ish box, I think. And yeah, he'll get a fifth place there.
Ooh, that's not a good pull for 5th place. Only double turns right there. Could be better.
He probably wants a dodge, and there goes the one Japan member who was up front. I think that was Zinma.
Yeah.
Shrooming up with a heart. That's a very powerful position for Usagi right now, but it's gonna get taken out by a blue.
Oh, the blue shell. Nice spacing right there to avoid the blue explosion.
Blue coming in for Carlitos, but
this looks very strong.
Yeah, El Salvador still has some presence up here though. Japan's still in 6th.
This is very dangerous. Gets one protection. That's very key.
Gonna go wide again to avoid any potential reds, because the reds, if second chains the reds at the set, they won't go for Usagi in this position.
Maybe
and top 2 now even for Japan.
Top 3.
Eyeing up that back spam, but it's not gonna be needed. Top 3.
Wow. Good run from them. From Usagi getting up there, and I'm honestly flipping that race right there. That blue is, I mean, blue shell's being very another important blue shell this time for for Japan right now.
For Japan, yeah.
That
was a very powerful chain for Usagi, the shrooms into the heart after taking the cut.
Right.
Like, that was so good for him. And yeah, the blue shell, I honestly thought that would hit more people, because it was thrown, like, that was, he 5th was basically right next to 1st in that instance where the blue was thrown. Like, I thought more people were going to get hit by that, but people managed to space, which is nice, but yeah, in the end, whoever was in 6th, I think it was Zenma, was able to catch up with the star at the end. Yeah.
Going back to Sydney, where we saw Usagi, Courier, and oh my goodness, Singapore. Oh my goodness, I'm thinking too much about DLC. Sorry. We're going to Singapore. We saw last time Usagi, Courier, and Carlitos. But yeah. Really solid start. 1-3 right now. You're just seeing people going tight. Or I think that's just lag there, but right now 2-3 right now. Oh, this is a god pull from Usagi in fourth, and he's gonna catch it up right now. And that was a beautiful back.
Back spam, yeah, from Zenma. Great play. Unfortunately, we're getting a good amount of buffering here, but yeah, this top three looks so strong. Hart in second again for Usagi as well.
I think, yeah, this is looking really, really rough.
This is already curtains for this race, pretty much.
Unless your shock comes out right now, but
7th place shock is the only way this is broken.
And we're probably gonna see, I think, a little bit of a break right now for Japan too, and I'm assuming that there's gonna be a lot of backs right here coming out from Japan as well.
Maracas in third, maybe going for those, and yeah, Usagi pulling out the heart a little early. I think he wanted to time it so that he was invincible for a majority of the lap. Blooper gonna take it out though.
Yeah, but I don't think
Maracas is throwing reds at him. They're confident enough that they can just chain items.
Another really solid race from, and again, top three. And
this is 2 top threes in a row. This is looking really dire for El Salvador now.
Nice.
I think that shock was held by. It looks like that shock was held by Japan as well.
Mm-hmm. And a good effort coming back from El Salvador, but right, kind of stifled. And I mean, honestly, right now, should we consider all running perhaps from El Salvador? I know we're only 4 races left. It's a plus 36. That's a huge deficit.
I think it depends on the track here, and it's Daisy Cruiser. I mean, it could work out to all run. It is still risky. There is still 4 races left, like you said. Because this is a 3-set track. So, but yeah, we're starting to reach that territory again for El Salvador.
Yeah. You want to say really huge run for El Salvador, going all the way to semifinals. And unfortunately, might be ending right here. I mean, Aaron Steinstein to Nick from DY. Such a Cinderella run from that. But looks like, I mean, literally midnight's gonna be coming up right now for them. But yeah, early top spots for El Salvador. However, top 2 right now, taking out one of Japan right there, and these tables, man, someone needs to tell them to stop moving. And oh, that green's gonna be really spooky. It doesn't connect on anyone.
You might be able to tell which players play double dash in this instance.
Yeah.
But yeah, you see Carlitos in first with the 8-bit Mario. That red is gonna connect.
Right.
Even some more buffering again, but
oh, that red.
And there's Switchbell from Moy.
And another heart in second right now for Usagi, but this might not help too much. We do see a blue in pay, so looks like 6th place for El Salvador right now.
Taken out as well.
Yeah.
Carlitos, but look how far ahead Carlitos is.
There might be a blue.
Starting to get first. But...
Yeah. There might be a blue in second, however, too. Oh, that red. Oh, no, not. Oh, there was a blue in play, so maybe no, won't hit anyone. And 2-3-4 right now for and there was a blue in play. I think I saw that quickly, but unfortunately, Moy getting taken out there, and that's a really solid 2-3-4 coming out from Japan.
Yeah. I think now we're in the all-run territory for.
Oh yeah, 100% now.
For El Salvador here.
Oops. I thought I ended the stream. Imagine if I just ended the stream. Yeah, you guys want to see anything? El Salvador just comes back randomly.
So. Yeah, I'll run Territory now for El
And
Salvador,
honestly,
but this is a good track for it.
I mean,
I think
yeah.
I stole. Yeah, I think I stole what you were gonna say there, but
Yeah, no,
yeah,
I'm debating on it because if you do all run this, there's like what I think instead of like one set where shock can happen, I feel there's like 3 good sets where shock can happen. So I want to see.
also depends on the clans too.
Yeah, but we do see a bagging match right now going on in the back, so looks like they're gonna opt to.
Very interesting play.
Yeah,
El Salvador to do
early
that,
top
but
2 for Japan, and that's gonna be a really good shroom pull for Morocco's.
yeah.
And he's gonna carry that all the way up. And that was a really good banana attempt right there, but unfortunately doesn't connect for El Salvador.
Go for some more back spams. That one's not
Yeah.
gonna quite connect.
And I think it would be smart for Morocco's to hold this shroom and potentially not try to get blued right here. Opts not to listen to me, which, you know, he's a better player. I'm not in the World Cup. But
That doesn't quite connect.
yeah.
Back spam.
Oh, that was a nice green attempt from.
Yeah, close screen, but
Oh, that's a back. Yeah, that's gonna be
I think that one connected. Yeah.
in top 3 right now.
Ooh,
Usagi hitting the
but
clam.
They doesn't matter.
Yeah, such a
Still in
huge
second.
lead for Morocco's right now. Even Usagi too, and there might be another back. You'll see.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna try and line up for it. He does have a teammate in 6th. Oh,
Nope.
never mind.
Never mind.
It looks like they're gonna trim up.
No, and the shock as well. And Mitch, I think.
That might be curtains. I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I definitely think El Salvador needs to run here,
Yeah, I agree with you.
and then yeah, but again, it's another instance where even with the bagging, Japan just had the early top spots that could not be broken.
Yeah.
With the shroom as well from Morocco's. The shroom cuts on that track, especially like that on R, it's the one at the beginning. That cut in particular is so powerful with the mushroom. It saves, like, it doesn't look like it saves a lot, but it's a huge time save taking that cut.
And I don't think we mentioned this enough because we didn't really focus on the bagging, but N is doing such a good job staying in 8th.
Yeah.
Compared to Vlagmo has so much experience in bagging, and just seeing N constantly in 8th shows just how much work he's put into bagging, which is honestly, like, before 2022, you would say Japan's biggest weakness, bagging, and right now it's not even a case. N is honestly, in my opinion, running circles around Vlagmo right now, and it is a confirmed Japan win. Plus 50 is way too much for them to catch up. So we're going to be saying goodbye to El Salvador. But what a run for them. As we see Usagi getting hit out right there. I mean, I personally was super hyped on this team. I thought that they would be probably one of the sleepers of this tournament. Maybe to like make a little semi-run to get into the quarters, but I mean, making it to semis, beating a really strong team in Peru, and even beating Mexico as well on the way, but unfortunately will be stopped short by the powerhouse in Japan.
Yeah, it is really good to bring up just how great of a run El Salvador had this year. Like, beating 2 of the strongest teams in World Cup in Mexico and Peru.
Right.
And Peru in a best of 3, mind you, as well. It's just so much improvement from last year. Because El Salvador didn't even make top 8 last year, and they got a going from not making top 8 to a semifinals appearance this year just shows how much improvement these guys have all had. Like you mentioned, 3 of these players playing in a team together in a high-level play in Clan War League, and then Carlitos as well, having experience with like Dynamite Sapphire and whatnot. So it really shows how the improvement they all went through this year.
Yeah, especially like Mariella, Moy, and Vlagmo being very, very solid contributors for their team. I think all three of them are really solid runners as well. I think Vlagmo does bag for that TRB squad that we've been mentioning a lot. I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that team in Clan War League.
It's insane because it's not only just them like being really. They have another division. That's their second division, which is really cool as well. As we do see a winning race from El Salvador, but yeah, that is their second division, so it'll be very interesting to see where they will place in Clan War League coming this upcoming CWL.
Yeah, I'm not in the loop on this stuff anymore, but is Clan War League going to be the next tournament we see after World Cup?
I guess
Or
I could.
do
You know
do
what?
guys not know yet?
You know what? Trash and I were talking about that. I guess we can announce it. I'll make an announcement probably later tomorrow as well after this match. But we're probably gonna have Clan War League happen. Not after, right after World Cup, but we will have Clan War League started at the beginning of August or the end of August or the beginning of September, and then we'll probably run one Clan War League, and then we're gonna have a little special surprise after Clan War League.
Okay, interesting.
So yeah, there will be a Clan War League, I think, starting September, so I will make an announcement for it. I will probably do signups as well. There will be an announcement in Market Tour Competitive eventually. But it'll be very interesting to see if anyone takes down Dynamite Sapphire, who've been absolutely dominating. But they did lose their most recent tournament to, I want to say Super Dragon?
Super Dragon.
Yeah. It'll be very interesting.
Finals of Cyclone, yeah.
Yeah,
which feels like an eternity ago.
I know, right? Oh, that was a funny moment.
An interesting hit in the air.
Well, okay. I mean, it doesn't matter. He dodges, so it's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah,
He's fine.
Yeah, he's gonna get like top 2. Yeah, so there will be a Clan War League probably at the beginning of September. There'll be more announcements about it later, but I guess we will talk about it. Trash and I were actually talking about it earlier. If anyone is interested, and I'll make an announcement about this as well, but if anyone is interested in helping out with Clan War League, that would very much be appreciated. We want all the help we can get. That's gonna be a top 268 right there for Japan. But yeah, if anyone's interested, I'll make an announcement for signups or for being like a division admin or just helping out with the seedings and whatnot. What is going? Oh, it's over, right? That is it.
That is the war. Yes.
Sorry, I kind of lost track, but yeah, 260 to 208 final right there for Japan. Japan making it to the finals of the World Cup for the 3rd year in a row, and after that, we will see if they face the United States, which they faced last year and lost in a very cool, interesting faction, and or will they fight against Mexico? And we'll see a rematch. I mean, both of them are going to be rematches for them. One of them is going to be a semis match versus Mexico, where they barely won on the last second blue shell, which is very exciting.
It's also a finals rematch from 2020.
Oh yes, that is
Japan
true.
versus Mexico was the very first MKTour World Cup. That was the finals matchup that year. So either way, it's a rematch of some sort for Japan, and yeah, really looking forward to that. Again, USA Mexico happening Sunday night, 9:45 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, again, congrats to Japan. And really don't want to forget to mention El Salvador and how incredible of a run they had this year. Really great job to them.
Right. Yeah.
Just really was not expecting anything like this year from them, but it was awesome to see. So congrats to them as well for making top 4. But yeah, Japan facing USA or Mexico next week. I did want to talk about this a little bit earlier, but you were talking about N and how he was bagging so well, and really, I do think that their preparation in bagging is because of their finals match last year. They just fell so short in bagging last year. It really was what costed them in the end, was their lack of bagging. Like last year, if you remember, they had to have baseball bag, and baseball was the best and still is one of the best runners in the game, and they had to have a bag. So it like the preparation they put into bagging this year, I feel like will specifically be for this finals matchup, because both, no matter which team they face, both of them have top baggers. And
yeah, MKTour is a really strong bagger, as well as, I mean, either Samuel or Jimmy are really strong as well. So we'll see how they will fare. But we will find that answer on Sunday night at 9:45 Eastern, 8:45 Mexico time, and yeah, that'll be very fun to watch. I'm very excited to see how that match will play out. But that'll be it for us. Thank you, Mitch, so much for casting. It's literally like 2 a.m. for you, which is ridiculous.
No worries. I'm starting to feel it now, but I was fine for the cast. It's my sleep schedule, not the greatest right now, but
Yeah, I don't know.
It was worth it. This was a great match. It was also great to see so many people here for it. So
yeah, I know.
Thank you all, everyone, for watching, and we will see you on Sunday night for USA vs Mexico.
Later, bye.